WLBT News starts now with breaking news.
Jackson police investigating another deadly shooting.
They say a woman was killed overnight inside her home. 3 on your side's Verlicia Gavin joins us now from the First Alert News Center with the latest from JPD. Verlicia?
Yeah, Ashley Wilson, the victim has not been identified, but JPD says the 19-year-old was inside her home on South Prentice Street when bullets came flying through. She was hit at least once by the gunfire and ultimately died from her injuries. Now, it happened in the 200 block of South Prentice Street. Witnesses tell investigators an unidentified vehicle drove past the home and fired multiple rounds into the residence. In addition to the young woman, several other people were inside the home at the time, including children, but police say no one else was hurt. The investigation is active and ongoing. If you have any information, call Jackson Police or Crime Stoppers. Now, this marks the 44th homicide for Jackson Police, and according to 3 on your side's homicide tracker, this is the 46th in the capital city. 2 of those were within the CCID, which is under Capitol Police's jurisdiction. Jackson is at about 10% increase compared to 2025 when it comes to homicides. You can see those numbers and track more of the data yourself on our Jackson homicide tracker on WLBT.com. Verlicia Gavin, 3 on your side.